Hi everyone, today I am going to be talking about my 2021 collection plans. I just put out my Momoland binder so there's something to look at so you guys aren't just staring at the rug. I may flip through pages as I feel like it. I don't know, it's really not important, it's just something to be there, so figured we can all look at Yeonwoo's beautiful face and the beautiful faces of whoever else is on this page. I don't actually remember. I think it's just Jane, Nayeon, and Hibin. So yeah. So this year definitely didn't end the way that I thought it was going to be completely honest. You guys probably noticed in December my upload schedule basically died. I uploaded I think twice in December. I work retail, so that was like the busiest month of my life. Just due to staffing and the way it was and me being one of the more senior employees. I don't know if senior is a good word for it. I've been there the longest of the employees at my level, so I was called in a lot, I was doing a lot, and school, I had finals, and a whole bunch of other stuff happened that's more personal that maybe I'll talk about in a later time, but I don't feel like it's appropriate or necessarily safe to share all of it right now, so I'm gonna keep some of that to myself, which I know makes people annoyed. I get annoyed when people say it, but I'm sure in the future it'll be like a story time or something. So, anyways, there is some stuff that is coming out. Obviously, this I was gonna put it out on like the 28th. That didn't happen. I kept like hoping for stuff to go out. So this will probably in mid-January by the time you see this. So, all right. 2 minutes in, haven't gotten to the point. All right, let's go. So, 2020, I mainly focused on photo cards. If you look at my album haul versus my photo card binder and compare the ones from 2019 to 2020, there was maybe like 10 albums. Maybe. And that's like, nah, it was more than 10, like maybe 15. I didn't buy a lot of albums. But photo cards, like, this entire binder didn't exist prior to 2020. Like, this whole thing just, it wasn't here. So I focused a lot on photo cards, and while I love this binder, I love the photo cards, I love the collection that I have, what I realized was I was spending a lot of money on pieces of paper. Like, that's what photo cards are. It's glorified scrapbooking. Is truly what it is. We're just scrapbooking photos of these idols, and while yes, it's fun, it's like I'm documenting memories of albums that I don't even have like albums of, or like the product. And it's like there are so many albums that came out in 2020 that I was like, oh, I want to get that. Oh, I want to get that. Oh, I don't have money because I spent it all on photo cards. And it kept happening, and that's why I had so few. So, as far as photo card collecting goes, I'm scaling back a lot because I wanted to collect like everyone. So, for these Momoland cards, I mean, really the only cards that I'm missing, because there are some that aren't in here, but I've technically bought them. I don't know when that package is going to get here. It's like Japan is holding it hostage, but this card, these three, and then all of like the envelope sets, the sets of these, I've bought them. They're just in transit. So really the only cards that I am actually missing are these KCON cards. I bought the Ayan one. It's in the same package. I recently just bought a Hibin one. So that Jane, Jui, and Nancy are really the only Momoland cards I'm missing. And that's really kind of all I'm going to be collecting for Momoland. If they have future releases, obviously I'll collect them and they'll just go back here, but I'm not looking to collect anything else. Like, I'm not looking for the raw photos, none of that. I'm going to move forward collecting OT 6 or 5 or however many members they have left at that point. I consider myself an OT 9 collector, even though only 6 of the members are active. I still call it OT9. But I'll be collecting until the end of their career, which I don't know. I'm hoping they still get to release some more stuff, but that I'm gonna keep collecting them. Just their album photo cards. I'm not worried too much about their Korean, or not their Korean, their Japanese inclusions. I mean, if I see something I like from like an event or like whatever, I may get it, but for the most part, I'm just gonna stick to collecting the Korean photo cards for Momoland at this point. That's it. I'm not worried about broadcast. I'm not worried about event. I just want to finish this because I already have half of them. I'm not looking to collect every single one. Like that's just what it is. I'm not out here trying to, you know. So Momoland, there's also a few albums, the Japanese albums. I do plan on getting those eventually. It's just one of those things I didn't want to, because there's no photo book, there's no photo cards. It's like 2 songs. So I mean, it's one of those things just like I don't want to. The only, like with the Boom Boom ones, the only one I was genuinely excited about was the one with the photo book. Like that's it. So it's stuff I want to put in my collection, but I kept putting off buying it because I wasn't excited about it, and I think that's part of why moving forward with future girl groups and just anything I collect, I'm not going to collect any group as extensively as I did with Momoland. Not because I will never love a group as much as Momoland, or that I love every group less than, or that I love Momoland more than. I definitely love Momoland. They're my first alts. That will always be there. But it took the fun out of it. I started dreading comebacks because I knew that meant more to collect, and I wasn't done with what they'd already released. And it made collecting stressful. It got expensive, and it's something that it burned me out from collecting for a bit and turned me off of collecting for a bit. So I do want to get those albums because it's not that much to get like the pieces that I'm missing, and I do want to complete it for the sake of I've already done this much. I want to finish it and see it through, but I'm not committing to that level for any other group again. I mean, if it's a group like Itzy where the stuff is like coming out as I'm a fan and I can get a hold of it and it becomes rare later on, like that's fine. Like that M-Wave card I have for Itzy, that's expensive, that's rare, but I didn't pay $80 for it. I got it from the fan sign that I joined that was like for 6 albums, like was it 200-ish dollars? I think after shipping it was 200 something. But it wasn't, maybe that feels like too much. I don't know. It was something. But you know, I'm not going to push myself for that. Like I'm not going to push myself to spend insane amounts of money on stuff that I don't feel is worth it. So as far as photo cards go and photo card collecting, kind of the big, what groups am I collecting? Number 1, obviously Momoland. I'm going to continue keeping this collection up. Number 2, I want to collect Itzy, but the thing with photo cards is photo cards are not my number 1 priority at all. Like, I'm talking about them, but they're not top priority. I'm not going to be collecting them quickly. I want to collect Itzy's photo cards, but after that, I really don't know. I would say my top groups, I would say Momoland, I would say Itzy is like my top group. So I definitely want to collect them because I love them. Twice and Mamamoo are way up there, and Mamamoo may be a shock because I haven't bought any Mamamoo stuff. That's a lot of the albums that I wanted to get was like Moonbyul's Eclipse, Solar Spit It Out. I don't know the album names because I haven't even looked into them because I knew I was broke. But I want to collect their albums. And same with Twice. Itzy I'm already caught up on with albums. Momoland pretty much the same. But as far as photo, those are the groups I really like. Blackpink I like, but like not as much as I did. And it's not the girls' fault, it's their entertainment company's fault, because I think a lot of people just got bored because we had nothing, and now we've got all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, we like it, but now we've had 2 years of bonding with all these other groups. It's like, that there's still that bond, but it's not as prominent. So Blackpink is always kind of like, for me, the line of like, they're the bottom of the groups that I really like, but like everything else that I really like is like above, and like Blackpink is like the stopping line for me. So I would say those are my groups. Momo, as far as photo cards go, I don't know, because Mamamoo seems doable. Twice I know is not, but I really love them and kind of want to, so I don't know. I might play with like collecting certain members or certain sets or whatever, but my number one is albums with them. So as far as photo cards, finishing up the last few for Momoland, looking at trying to make some progress with Itzy, and then just kind of, I want to get albums and then get the photo cards from those albums, and that kind of be the start of my photo card collections for like Twice and Mamamoo. That's where I'm at with those. So photo cards is just really keeping up to date on Momoland, and I want to do Itzy. That's my collection goals as far as photo cards. Not very much, just those are like, and it's, background noise. Albums, on the other hand, keeping up to date with Momoland and Itzy. Want to get all of Twice's albums. I've already gotten a decent head start thanks to my parents. And the Christmas gifts I got. You guys will be seeing videos of those soon. Mamamoo, like I said. Blackpink, I think I already have all their. I'm missing the How You Like That, but I have most of theirs. So Blackpink, just getting that album. I mean, I'm pretty much caught up there. And there's also a lot of rookie groups that I want to get some albums for. Like Secret Number, I've been loving lately. I didn't think I was gonna like aespa, but I love Black Mamba, so maybe. And Everglow's always been kind of on and off. Same with Idol. So there's like a lot of rookie groups that like I don't want to miss. And so as far as albums go, I want to get caught up with like my faves and groups that I know I really love, which really is just going to be Mamamoo and Twice, are like the only ones whose discography I'm like really missing like most and all of. And with Mamamoo, I'm including their solo projects. Moonbyul's thing with Solgi, I think, is out of print, so I'm not going to worry about that because, like I said, I'm not spending a whole bunch of money on like a Kino that we're not doing that. But like everything else I want to get. Like all the other Membo solo projects. I don't think Twit had a physical release either. I don't know. I'll figure that out. But that's kind of my other goals. I want to get some of the stuff for the rookie groups that I like, because rookie groups are fun to stand because they don't have very much out. You can get caught up with them really easily. So I really want to kind of decide and start collecting some of these albums while they're still relatively easy. But as far as photo cards go, that's kind of, Red Velvet. So Red Velvet, I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm not doing their photo cards. I thought, oh, it's easy, so I may as well. That's kind of where I am with Blackpink, where it's like, it's easy, so I may as well do it, even though I don't want, like, it's not that I don't want to do it, but it's just like, it's not a priority. It's not something I get excited about. I get excited about Twice. I get excited about Mamamoo. I love Red Velvet's music, but the thought of collecting their photo cards doesn't make me like, I'm not as connected with them, kind of like with Blackpink. So it's like, I do want Red Velvet's albums, because again, I love their music, but photo cards are a no, I think for sure on Red Velvet. Blackpink, I don't know. They're really kind of that like blurry line of like, I don't know. But I want Momoland, Itzy, Twice in some capacity, and Mamamoo. But Twice and Mamamoo photo cards are like question marks, because I don't know how easy or difficult that'll be. And then Secret Number, aespa, Everglow, and Idol, I want to look into more and look into getting a hold of their discography as well. So you're probably going to see a lot of Twice coming up. You're going to see a lot of Mamamoo probably shortly after, or kind of combined with. I know a lot of Twice stuff right now I have, like all of the videos that I have filmed are twice. So once is get excited. I think Mamamoo's gonna start entering the mix, and yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. So I hope that answers some questions to where my content's gonna go. I know I've had a lot of Momoland content, but I can't make content if I have everything. You know, like I already have pretty much all the Momoland stuff I want. Like I have a very complete collection. The raw photographs, the broadcast cards, some of the event stuff is pretty much all I'm missing. And I don't look to collect that. And I know a lot of you guys joined because you're hardcore Marys, but the thing is I can't film something that's not there. I mean, if there's updates and stuff, I'll try to make videos, and I want to do stuff, but I think I stressed myself out a lot about trying to be the Momoland collector, because everyone has a thing. Everyone has a group that's their group that they collect, and I felt like Momoland was a good one because there aren't many of them, and the ones I know of aren't super active as far as, like, Momoland specific content, so I wanted to be that person. And I think I stressed myself out with trying to collect all this rare stuff and do all this and, like, put it, like, I have to have, you know, to be the Momoland collector, and it's like, I don't. I collect what I want, I'm gonna do what I want, and, you know, not hate my collection for some of the money that I've spent. Like, I joke all of the time about how much money I spent on this page. And I would never do it again for another group, for just, again. Like, I'm happy I have these cards, but I would not put myself in that situation again of spending that much money on them, because even without the Dewey card here, this is easily over $1,000. And that's not right. Like, we say this stuff, like, for clout, like, oh, I have this rare and expensive card, whatever, I have this set and that set, and it's like, we're trying to, you know, but it's like, that's not what it's about, and I feel like I've kind of lost the sense of what collecting is about and what the community is about by trying to be this, like, person, and I don't want to do it anymore. I love these photos, I love these cards, but, you know, I could have also just bought a knockoff set for, like, $50, and it probably would have done the same thing. So while I love having them, I'm grateful to have them, it's a really cool piece in my collection, I wouldn't pay that much for photo cards. Like, Mamamoo has these Pink Funky, their first album, those photo cards are not in print. I'm not. No. N-O. No. On the O. No. Like, I'm not doing that anymore. So, this was all over the place. It was very rambly. I didn't have, like, connected points at all, but I feel like I said everything I wanted to say eventually. And I hope you guys were able to understand it, and understand my stream of consciousness, because I just wanted to make this. I could have planned it out better probably, but ultimately I wanted to get it out there and get that content out there to you guys, because I know I've been starving y'all, and I am sorry. Y'all probably looking at me like YG right now, and I am sorry, but here's a nice little almost 20-minute video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed the future, and I hope you guys are excited for what it's going to be. I'm excited for 2021, and I hope you all enjoy. Bye! Yeah, I know, I thought the video was over too. But, since I have filmed that, a couple of the things I've said have now become not true. So, my Momoland collection, the bane of my existence, as much as I love these girls, it's expanding a little bit, because I was on Mercari Japan, which is a dangerous place to be apparently, and there was a Mary who was basically just selling her entire collection, and it was a Japanese Mary, you know, Mercari Japan. So this Mary had a lot of the Japanese releases, lightsticks, and it was a little bit expensive, and the shipping is actually going to cost me because I have to use DHL because of COVID shipping things. Fun. Gotta love the pandemic. But basically, because of that, in that box there's also a lot of the raw photos and things that I was saying I was not going to be collecting. Now, basically all of the stuff that prior to this was kind of like maybes in my book are now going to be things I'm getting because I'm receiving parts of that collection, or like a few, or like most of it. So I am going to be collecting those things as well. I've kind of got secured everything that I need except for one of the sets of things that I want. It's on eBay, but there's only like the one, so I'm fingers crossed it's still there by the time that I'm able to actually buy it, which will be a little bit, but yeah. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know so you don't call me a big liar in a few weeks when I show you all this other stuff I'm getting, because it is happening. I'm not getting the boom boom raw photos. There's way too many of them. They're really expensive. I want to keep track of that. I think I'm getting a couple of them in the box, but I'm just going to keep them and put them at the front of my binder with the freebies. And yeah, that'll be it, I think. I think it's just, I'm going to try to get the rest of it. It'll be like certain sets, like I think the show me, like photos and stuff, I've got all of them secured at this point. The BAM stuff I've got kind of on hold, and then there's the other thing that I'm not going to talk about because I don't want to jinx it, that I'm hopefully going to get soon. And then the other remaining things are the KCON cards, which bought a Nancy. We're keeping our fingers crossed for the other two. And yeah, so that is it. So there will be another like batch of Momoland. You are going to see some Twice stuff coming soon, and then there's going to be a little bit of a hard switch back to Momoland, and then we're going to kind of go back to other groups again. That one package is still in Japan, and yeah, but I'm adding a little bit to that collection at the end there, but there's not much left, so soon it will be complete, and when it is complete and I get everything, I'm really excited to show it to you guys. So alright, the real end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you were excited to see me collect. And yeah, have a good one. Bye guys!